Right. So let's talk about ideological subversion, also known as how to wreck a society without firing a single shot. This is the bread and butter of sneaky bastards everywhere. Forget tanks rolling down Main Street or shady dudes in trench coats swapping secrets in back alleys. This is the long game, baby. It's slow, it's sneaky, and it's the kind of chaos that makes you wake up one day and think, wait, when did everything go to hell? So, what is it? Ideological subversion is the process of flipping a society's values, beliefs, and institutions on their heads. Imagine teaching a dog that fetching a stick is evil, sitting is rebellious, and peeing on the rug is noble. Now imagine doing that to an entire culture. The result? Total, glorious dysfunction. And the kicker? The people don't even realize it's happening because they're too busy arguing about pineapple pizza and who's to blame for the mess. A brief history of sneakiness. The concept of ideological subversion isn't new. It's been around for centuries, because let's face it, humans have always been experts at messing with each other. But the modern version, that got a glow up during the Cold War. Enter the KGB and their masterclass in societal sabotage. They didn't need nukes to win hearts and minds. They just needed time, patience, and a lot of propaganda. Yuri Bezmenov, anyone? Now don't get smug and think your society is too smart or evolved to fall for this. Subversion doesn't care how many college degrees you've got or how many TikTok dances you know. It works on everyone. Why? Because humans are emotional, tribal creatures who love a good drama. The 4 stages of subversion. Slow-cooked chaos. Subversion isn't a quick fix. Oh no, it's more of a slow roast, one that takes decades to fully cook. Here are the 4 stages. 1. Demoralization. This is where it all begins. Break people down, make them lose faith in their institutions, their culture, even themselves. Pump out enough cynicism, fear, and doubt, and they'll start thinking, why even bother? It's like giving society a midlife crisis, except there's no sports car at the end of it. Example: bombarding people with stories about how everything is corrupt, broken, or doomed. Fun times. 2. Destabilization. Once people are demoralized, you start poking at the cracks. The economy, the political system, the social fabric. Whatever you can mess with, you mess with. The goal? Chaos, confusion, and a deep burning desire for someone, anyone, to fix it. Example: highlighting every failure and misstep of a government or leader, until trust is in the toilet. 3. Crisis. The big finale. Push things to the point where society is ready to snap. At this stage, people are so desperate for order that they'll accept just about anything, even if it's a terrible idea. Enter the savior figure or ideology that promises to make everything better. Spoiler: it won't. Example: revolutions, coups, or suddenly deciding that a strong dictator sounds nice right about now. 4. Normalization. And finally, you settle into the new reality. Whatever values, beliefs, or systems you wanted to impose are now the status quo. People adapt, move on, and forget how things used to be, because hey, survival first. Example: people casually accepting things they'd have rioted against 20 years ago. Why it works. The real beauty, well, horror, of ideological subversion is that it preys on human psychology. It's not about forcing people to comply. It's about making them want to comply. You're not putting a gun to their heads. You're putting ideas in their minds and watching them do the dirty work for you. And the worst part? It feels natural. People start thinking, this is just the way things are now. Why should you care? Because it's happening. Right now. Everywhere. Social media, a breeding ground for subversion. News cycles, psyops and steroids, cultural movements. Some are genuine, sure, but others are just carefully crafted narratives designed to divide, distract, and destabilize. But before you throw your phone into the sea and start yelling about the man, remember, Awareness is half the battle. Once you see the game, you can stop being a pawn. And maybe, just maybe, you can help keep society from spiraling into the abyss. Because the world might be a mess, but it's still our mess, and it's worth fighting for.